What's up guys, my name is Ace, and something I've been seeing pop up a lot in the community lately is people asking for the quick fix perk to return, or at least something like it that can cut down on our health regeneration time. And today I wanted to share my thoughts on this topic, but before we do that, it is good to get our facts in order, so we are going to be doing a full health regeneration breakdown, including our base health regeneration, as well as anything that's currently in the game that can reduce that health regeneration. So let's dive into that breakdown first, and of course we're going to start this off with our base healing time, when there's nothing else involved that could potentially affect your health regeneration. And in this scenario, I figured out that I could deal exactly 75 damage to myself if I shoot a wall with this Trella P from 3.5 meters. So all of my tests are going to involve taking 75 damage, and with this, our healing delay from the last damage that we took is going to take 4 seconds. So in that 4-second period of time, you don't regenerate any health at all. And if you end up taking more damage in that time, it resets that timer back to 4 seconds. So you're gonna have to wait another 4 seconds to start your healing. Now, once you start the healing process, by default, our healing rate is 40 HP per second. So if you were hurt really bad, let's just say you took 140 damage, it's going to take you 3.5 seconds after that 4-second delay in order to get back up to full health, which means that's a total healing time of 7.5 seconds. Now, obviously, that's one of the more extreme scenarios where you're taking a ton of damage, and if you take less damage, obviously once the healing starts, you're going to be finishing the healing faster. But overall, this is a fairly standard healing time for a Call of Duty game. Now, there is some variance from game to game, but this definitely falls within the range of being quite normal for a Call of Duty game. Next, let's have a look at some of the items that state that they improve our healing time. And the first obvious thing to test here is the Stim shot. And with this, what I found is the moment you've actually injected yourself with the Stim shot, which does take a little bit of time for that animation to play, your healing will start immediately. So it completely cancels out that regeneration delay. And not only that, the health regeneration rate is significantly improved. It's now roughly 115 HP per second. So in that same scenario where we get hurt really bad, we take 140 damage, it's going to take us roughly 2.5 seconds from the moment we press the button to use the Stim shot to the moment we are full health. So that's obviously a massive improvement. We're saving about 5 seconds there, and 5 seconds in Call of Duty terms is a very, very long time. So stims are great in this game, but the problem with that is you only get 1 or maybe 2 stims depending on the vest that you're using, and they don't automatically regenerate like they did in Black Ops Cold War. In either case, let's move on to Battle Rage. This is another tactical that states that it helps with your healing time. However, it doesn't appear to have any effect whatsoever on your base healing time at all, and that's whether you have Battle Rage already active when you take the damage, or if you try to use it like a stim shot and you activate it after you've taken damage. It's the exact same health regeneration time. However, the upside that you gain with this is actually like a timed version of Quick Fix. So if you have Battle Rage active and you've taken damage, the moment you get a kill, it immediately triggers your health regeneration from that point on. Now, the health regeneration rate is still the same at 40 HP per second, but this does still provide an excellent benefit in those very specific scenarios where you happen to have it active and you also get a kill while damaged. Now, there's one final item that can improve your health regeneration, and this is the Medbox Field Upgrade. But before we get into that, today's video is sponsored by Manscaped with the Perfect Package 5.0 Ultra. Now, you guys know me, I don't do a whole lot of ads on this channel, but this is one that I just couldn't pass up. For years now, I've just been using one of my old beard trimmers for all of my other grooming needs, and it was definitely time for an upgrade, and we've got that with the Perfect Package 5.0 Ultra. Now, the highlight with this package is, of course, the Lawnmower 5.0 trimmer. This features 2 interchangeable skin-safe blade heads to help prevent those painful nicks when trimming. We've got the trimmer blade for your general trimming needs, as well as the foil blade for a smooth, clean finish. Additionally, this trimmer has a new and improved LED spotlight, so you won't miss out on those stubborn hairs that like to hide on you. And something I really like about this trimmer is it's also waterproof, so you can use it in the shower, or even if you don't use it in the shower, it's just really easy to rinse off after use. To top all of that off, it's got an up to 60-minute battery life, which gives you more than enough time for the perfect shave, and you also get a handy battery life indicator so you know when it's time for a charge. Now, on top of the trimmer with this package, we've also got the Crop Soother Aftershave as well as the Crop Preserver Lotion, and as a bonus gift, it comes with the Shed 2.0 travel bag, which fits everything in this package with plenty of room for more. So there you have it. The Manscaped Perfect Package 5.0 Ultra is the ultimate grooming experience that takes care of all your shaving, trimming, and post-grooming needs. This holiday season, head over to the Manscaped website to pick one up for yourself or someone special. And if you do, make sure you use the code TXA20 to get 20% off your order as well as free international shipping. I will leave links in the description and pinned comment down below. Big thanks to Manscaped for sponsoring this video. Alright, so let's get back into the med box breakdown, and this is a field upgrade that you throw down just like you would with a munitions box, and you and your teammates can collect from this, and when you do, this cuts your healing delay down to just 1 second, but you do still have the standard healing rate at 40 HP per second. But even with that standard rate, cutting that healing delay down to just 1 second is a huge improvement. However, the kicker here is this only works once. So it's great for healing up quickly after that first gunfight you get into after collecting this, but then after that, you're just back to your standard health regeneration, which may be great for something like Search and Destroy. If you throw one of those down at the beginning of a round and a bunch of your teammates pick that up, that's actually going to be a nice leg up for your entire team. However, in my experience with respawn game modes, that one single time that you can heal faster is generally not worth taking up your field upgrade slot. And there we go, that wraps it up for all of the items that are in the game currently that have the potential to reduce your health regeneration time. So now let's answer the big question, should this game have quick fix or something like it? Well, the first thing I want to point out is before the game launched, there was actually a list of perks that were leaked, and these were from a data mine, and many of them turned out to be 100% correct, although not all of them, so it looked like it was from an earlier build of the game. Some things definitely changed from that build of the game, and other things just never ended up appearing in the game, so it could just be scrap content or planned future content. And one of the vests that was data mined from the game was the compression carrier, and with this, the description stated that it reduces your health regeneration delay by 20%, and you immediately regen health after a kill. So that's at least a portion of quick fix from Modern Warfare 2, where the moment you get a kill, it will immediately trigger your health regeneration. But in Modern Warfare 2, that would also happen if you just touched an objective. That doesn't appear to be part of this vest. It's also worth noting, just like with most of the vests, it doesn't actually label in the description what kind of extra restrictions or bonuses that will have with your class items. Like, do you get an extra piece of gear, or extra lethals or tacticals, or no lethals or tacticals? It didn't state anything like that. But it appears there is a vest in the code, and it is possible that they're planning this for future content. As for what I personally would like to see when it comes to this, honestly, that vest is sounding pretty great to me overall. A 20% reduction to that health regen delay would put us at 3.2 seconds for us to start our healing, which is definitely a noticeable improvement across the board. But then on top of that, the moment you get a kill, you immediately trigger your health regeneration. Now, in saying that, I did want to express one potential concern with this. Even though I'm fully on board with this vest, and it's a vest that I would absolutely take advantage of a lot, one little concern I have with immediately triggering health regeneration the moment you get a kill is with the slower time to kill in Modern Warfare 3, I just fear that we're going to run into some situations where you put like 5 or 6 shots into somebody, only for them to finish off a kill on your teammate, immediately heal themselves, and now you have to put another like 6 or 7 shots into them to finish off your kill. Now, that's maybe a bit of an extreme situation where you're stretching beyond your effective range with an SMG or something, but still, that sounds like something that would be quite frustrating to run into, where you have to shoot somebody literally 10 plus times in order to get a kill on them because they're using this vest and they got a kill on your teammate. In Modern Warfare 2, this was less of a concern due to the faster time to kill, but even then, there were some confusing complaints and situations around this, a lot of people claiming skill-based damage just because they didn't understand how quick fix worked, combined with the fact that it took them a long time to bring a hit marker indicator that showed you when the enemy had quick fix and they healed from that quick fix. They eventually got that into the game, and I'd say as long as they make sure they get that hit marker in the game so you can clearly see why it's taking so many shots to kill somebody, then I think this is totally fine. I'm definitely on board with this vest, and I do think those would be some nice bonuses that would be appropriate and not overboard for a vest. Now, in saying that, if they were to bring that to the game, I'd like to see them take that one step further, and just like with most of the vests in the game where that perk that's attached to the vest also appears at least in some form as one of the pieces of gear or gloves or boots, I wouldn't mind seeing a similar case here where in the gear slot, for instance, we could have the ICU gear. And that could just give us a 20% reduction to our health regeneration delay without that bonus benefit of also immediately triggering health regeneration when you get a kill. Because oftentimes the version of the perk that's attached to the vest is a little bit better than what you would see with the perk counterpart. And I personally think that would be great because it would allow for some interesting combinations as well. So if you want that faster regen, you don't feel 100% locked to using only that vest. You can still get at least a portion of that while combining it with a different vest. And then obviously, just like with the other perk vest combinations, they'd have to make it so this wouldn't stack with the compression carrier. And honestly, I think that's all we need. If they were to bring both of those into the game, I think that would really mix up the perk variety a little bit, as well as playstyle variety. I personally do feel with the longer time to kill, it often takes a little too long, and I want to play more aggressively, but I have to actively hold myself back. This would allow me that freedom, but then of course I would have to be sacrificing something in order to gain that power by either using a vest or that piece of gear. So I'm really hoping that this wasn't just scrapped content that was data mined, and instead it's planned future content. And since they brought a brand new vest with Season 1, I think it's totally reasonable to potentially expect another vest coming with Season 2. And if one does come, I hope it's that compression carrier. Now, of course, these are just my opinions, and I'd love to hear what you guys think about health regeneration, as well as whether or not you think the compression carrier or something like it would be a good addition to Modern Warfare 3. Also, just a quick reminder, if you guys are interested in that Manscaped Perfect Package 5.0, there will of course be links in the description of the video as well as a pinned comment. If you enjoyed this one, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.